favorite spot of the fishing tournament by the fish tanks where the anglers come in off the lake. Hopefully I can get some of them to talk to me today. It might be a little hard because everyone's so stressed today because everyone wants to bring in a big bag of fish.
And you were down at Kids KBI earlier this morning, right?
I was, and there was quite a few fish caught there too. Later on in the show, I'll bring you some highlights from that event too.
Perfect. 142 teams entered this tournament. A lot of cash prizes up for grabs. About 23 grand going to the first place team. Let's take a look at the top 10 after day 2. Oliver Gibbons and Jason Gibbons with a commanding lead, 38.27. They brought in a huge catch yesterday, but John O'Connor and Byron Sharp are not far behind. Only 1/10 of a pound separates those top 2 teams, but about 6.5 pounds separates them from the rest of the pack.
Now, Jessica, you know, you think that that's a given, that we know who's going to win, but in previous tournaments, we know that's not the case, so anything can happen today. Now, yesterday's biggest catch was obviously by the team number 2, who are currently in first place at 6.28 pounds. They also had the biggest catch, which was just over 22 pounds. Now, I know I saw that big fish, and it is a monster. It was so big.
And Jason and Oliver Gibbons, who are from Sleeman, they've consistently made the top 10 at KBI for the past 5 years. Last year, they came in second place, so it'll be really interesting to see if they can hold on to that first place. Again, those top 10 teams that you saw there will be in today's boat parade, which we will be broadcasting right after this weigh-in. But before we head into today's weigh-ins, let's take a look back at some of the highlights from the tournament so far. And as Janice mentioned, she was down at the docks for Kids KBI this morning, talking to all the budding anglers down there. Let's check that out.
The Kids KBI is a huge part of the Kenora Bass International. I'm here with the director, Corey Lebitka. Corey, what's happening behind us?
We have 90-something, 97 I think today, kids fishing. I haven't checked how many bass have been caught yet so far, but I think there was a 1-pounder. Which is awesome.
It's very awesome. Now, this is day 3 of the Kids KBI. This happens all weekend.
Yes, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, same days as the Big Derby.
And so, at any age, who can participate in it?
They are 4 to 13, and usually what we do is we have the kids that have been fishing it for a few years. Once they hit 13, they usually turn into volunteers, which is great.
How important is it to get kids involved in fishing at a young age?
Well, I mean, this is a big part of KBI for us because even if a handful of these kids become anglers in the big tournament, it happens all the time, so that's kind of the point. Give the kids some fun. A lot of these kids are locals, they have parents that are fishing in the Big Derby, so it's fun for them to be a part of it.
What do you love about the Kids KBI?
I love all of it. It's all good. We had a kid that caught a 3.05 bass yesterday off the dock, which was fantastic. He was actually allergic to fish, so he couldn't touch it, but those kind of moments are awesome.
Now, if someone was watching this right now and they wanted to participate in next year's Kids KBI, what do they have to do?
We went to an online system this year, which was a little glitchy. It didn't go as smoothly as we'd hoped, but hopefully next year it'll be much better. They can go to kbifishing.com and click on the kids link and register online.
The kids, this is so good for them. It's a free event and they love it and the prizes are great and they look forward to it every year. The kids were up early, all excited, so great event. Thank you to all the sponsors.
I think it's great for kids. It gives them an opportunity to come out and see other kids enjoying the same thing that they do, and if they like competition, it gives them a chance to win something fun.
That you get to have fun, like fun fishing for fish and catching walleye and winning prizes.
I love catching fish. I like getting big fish because then we get to get prizes.
Another great event that's happening around the tournament itself is a new event called Ladies of the Lake, and it's a fundraiser which raises money for the Lake of the Woods District Hospital Foundation, and the money goes towards an endowment called Forms of Hope. As you can see on the stage here, I think it was 9 ladies chopped off their hair after day 1 of the weigh-ins, and they're donating them to Evelyn Wigs, who makes wigs for people going through cancer treatment. And Forms of Hope raises money to support people who've been diagnosed with cancer and covers costs that OHIP doesn't. So that could mean wigs, daycare, transportation costs. And it's just great to see these women get involved. They said they pulled someone out of the audience who actually just was brave enough to hop on stage and cut their hair off and donate that. So it was an amazing event to see here. We're going to head under the tent and check in with day-ins from the 3rd and final day at KBI.
They had 31.33. That's going to move them up a bit. Not a bad weight for day 3. It's going to move them into 5th spot right now with 45.72. How did it go today, guys?
Oh, not too bad. A little rough out there. Had a hard time getting the bass today. We got 2-3 pounders only. But I'm happy with the weight. And I'd like to thank the people at Notkomeyoning First Nation for buying my fish platters to pay for my gas here at the tournament. Thank you. Miigwech.
Thank you. Congratulations and good job, guys. So next up, once we get the water switched out here, we're going to have Team 52. At this time, I'd like to say a big thanks to our title sponsors this year, new to the KBI for the 2015 event, 28 years in the making. Ranger Boats, we'd like to welcome them aboard as title sponsors. Also Alumacraft Boats, they're doing fantastic promoting this event and getting their product out here. It's been fantastic. Also Mercury Marine and Wood Lake Marine right up there at the top with the title sponsors, all through Wood Lake Marine. If you see a boat here, folks, that catches your eye and you'd like to see what it's like out on the water, talk to them over at Wood Lake. They'll hook you up, make you a deal, get you on the water in one of these fantastic units with a Merc-powered outboard. Be a fantastic day out on the water anytime with one of these boats. All right, we've got John Olson and Clay Lagenet, Team 52. They're sitting with 30.10 pounds. They need a huge bag today to get up into the top place, but 1377 for day number 3 for John and Clay. So, how was your tournament, guys?
It's pretty good. Of course, we usually try to fish largemouth and stuff, and they didn't really cooperate with us that well this weekend. And we're just lucky enough to get some good smallmouth. And I wish we could add a little bit bigger bag today, but it is what it is.
So right now you're sitting at 43.87. It's going to put you currently in 8th place, but there's still lots of teams to come. Clay, you have anything you'd like to add?
I'd just like to thank our sponsors, Smitty's Auto Body and Tractus Projects, and also R&T Tire. Thanks.
Congratulations, guys, and well done on the tournament. We have now on stage Team 73 from Sioux Narrows, Jess Swenson and Michael Reed. They had a great first day with 16.8. Kind of dropped it a bit yesterday with only 13.84. And they're heading in the wrong direction with 12.19 for day number 3. So they were sitting with 30.64. They needed over 16 pounds to get into the top spot. It's going to put them in 10th place right now with 42.83. Jess, how was that tournament for you guys?
We had a fun time, just tough fishing. That's how it goes. But I would like to thank all the volunteers. You guys do a great job. We really look forward to this. Thanks.
All right. Look forward to seeing you guys next year. Thanks, Mike. We have Team 75 making their way to the stage right now. Currently sitting with 29.38 pounds. This is Dean Smith and Jeff Poverechny from Kenora. And they've got a 5-fish limit going to the scale. 15.34 pounds for day 3. 15.34 for Dean and Jeff. Team 75.
Thank you.
How did your tournament go, guys?
Oh, we had a good weekend, actually. We caught 3 good catches all weekend, so we're happy with what we got.
All right. Good luck next year. It's good to see you guys this year. Moves them into 7th place right now, but we have an awful lot of teams still to come. Next to the stage, Team 11 from Winnipeg, Tim Strempler, and his partner from Longbow Lake is Terry McClymont. They're currently sitting with 29.44. And they have over 13 with 13.29 today. 13.29 for day number 3. I'd also like to say a big thanks to some of our major sponsors. Cabela's, you'll see, are set up right here at the front corner. Looks like they have some kind of a draw going on, a free thing. Go over and talk to them. They'll tell you a little bit about Cabela's and what's going on. Also, a big thanks to FSET, our IT guys. They're doing a fantastic job. They had some scrambling to do, and they made it work. Also like to thank Myers, Norris & Penny, Safeway, Sunset Strip Husky, and Lake of the Woods Kenora. Right now on the stage, we have Tom Naniska and Sean McCauley from Kenora. Had 2 days over 14 pounds, sitting with 28.40. Day 3, 12.67. 12.67 for day 3. That'll give them 41.07 for the tournament. 41.07. Well, Tom, how was the KBI for you this year?
Good, just great.
Your partner worked out good, and you guys got along, had a great time?
He's still out in the lake, broke down.
That's not a good not a good thing. Hopefully we'll get him back to shore here soon.
He's got a ride coming back.
Good.
It's all good.
All right. On to the scale next, we have Team 29 from Kenora, Jeff Engstrom and Connor Burton. They're sitting with 31.5 pounds. They've got 13.21 today to add to that. Well, guys, how was your KBI experience from 2015?
Well, we had a good first 2 days, and we were close to top 10, so that's what's going to keep us coming back. We want to get in that top 10 and go through the tent. So we'll be back next year, and yeah, we had a lot of fun, though. It was good.
Good to see you guys, and look forward to seeing you guys next year. All right, we have Team 49 coming up now. This is Dwayne and Kim Naniska from Kenora. Team 49 sitting with 28.60 pounds. They're going to add 13.85 to their total. It's going to give them 42.45 for the tournament. 42.45. So we've also got another category, the unofficially, leading this category. It's the overall team age over 100. So that can be 70 and 30 or 50 and 50 or, you know, that kind of a thing for age. So leading right now with 32.22 pounds is Team 37, Rennie Balkunas and Brad Dirksen with
We're going to have more from day 3 at KBI right after this break. But before we head out to that break, we want to take a look at a few of our social media pictures that you guys have been sending us throughout the tournament. We've been asking you to hashtag those photos that you're posting on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter with Hooked on Shaw.
Whatever you have planned this season, Best Way Rentals and Sales is sure to have what you need. Whether it's a wedding or work on the lake. Best Way Rentals and Sales is a proud sponsor of community programming and is located at the end of 6th Street North in Kenora. Bremer Roofing, Northwestern Ontario's only full-time professional local roofing company with offices in Kenora and Dryden, is a proud sponsor of the Kenora Bass International and community programming. Online at bremerroofing.com.
Welcome back to the third and final day of Kenora Bass International on Shaw TV. We are going to head under the Whitecap Pavilion inside to check with Al Parento on stage with the latest weigh-ins.
Vacation.
Oh, it's part of a vacation, but it's the best part of the vacation.
It's the reason for the vacation.
Exactly.
Yeah, good to see you guys. Coming to the stage right now, putting their fish on the scale. Team 82, Matt Peters from St. Francis, Minnesota. His partner, you all know, Dustin Bufflin from Mound, Minnesota. They're sponsored by Ranger Grizzly Coolers, FXR, Lawrence Shimano. They weighed 13.16 today. They were sitting at 28.62 pounds. That's going to move them up a bit. Well, Matt, what's it like fishing with Buff? You do that quite a bit?
Yeah, he's my travel partner. We traveled all the tournaments together. So, yeah, it's a lot of fun. We just went out fishing today. We struggled day one. Yesterday we caught a good bag. So today we just went out and fishing. And we fished largemouth till noon. And I had 0 fish in the live well at noon. And I was like, we got to go catch some smallmouth. So we scrapped out 13 pounds.
Well, that's not bad. 41.78 for the tournament. Puts you in 17th place right now. Hopefully that holds for you for a while anyway. Again, like to say a big thanks to our title sponsors, Ranger Boats and Alumacraft through Wood Lake with Mercury. Fantastic title sponsors, couldn't ask for better. Right now we have Team 24, Darren Marcin and Wade Cox from Kenora. Great bag today, guys, 16.97 pounds. 16.97. I think that's going to put you in the lead right now. They were sitting at 31.07. My computer tells me they needed like 16 and change. Yep, 48.04. It's going to put you in first place at the moment. And they've got one they want to weigh out of there. That is a nice big smallmouth, guys. .37. Big fish of the day so far, gentlemen. They're going to take that down, put it in the tank. You can just step down right here off the corner of the stage. Nice fish. And there's the first donation to the tank. So how was the tournament for you guys, Wade?
Let Darren talk there.
He's going to let Darren talk, he said. How was that, Darren?
It was great. We want to thank Jamie Miner from Sierra Construction, Kurt and Jackie from White Moose Inspection, and I guess everybody who's here to cheer everyone on and all the volunteers. And yeah, we'll see how we do.
Excellent. And they are going to cheer today. They're going to cheer loud. They're going to enjoy it. Forrest Green and Ernie Hearn from Kansas, Team 118. How was today for you guys?
Bad.
That bad?
No, it's worse than that.
Really?
Yeah.
How can it get worse than that? 9.85 pounds. That's not zero.
Just as well be.
No. Gives you 35.93 pounds. Puts you in the top 30 right now. You think it'll stick, though?
Nobody else going to weigh in or what?
Well, we might close the door.
Let's do it.
Good to see you guys.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming up. Like to say thanks to our major sponsor, our elite level sponsors, 89.5 The Lake, the Daily Miner and News, and the province of Ontario. Through their grant, we've been able to do some fantastic things with upgrading the KBI after the 28th year here.
Well, I'm here with team number 1, Jamie Bruce, Brian Gustafson. Now, I heard that you guys have a big fish. Who caught it? Jamie got it. You got it? What time of day? You got it.
It was like at 1 o'clock, and we had 15 pounds and 2.5 pounders, and we got that one and looked at the scale, and we had over 18, and then just before we left, we got another 3.5 pound smallmouth, and then just like that, we're around 19, so pretty awesome little afternoon.
Did you guys do the happy dance?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Some high fives.
Yeah.
Good. So where do you think this puts you in the tournament?
It's hard to say. You never know. Yeah.
Okay, well, I know you guys have to get on stage, so I'll let you do that. Let's check in with Jessica.
Kenora Bass International is one of the premier fishing tournaments in North America. It draws anglers here from across the country and the U.S. One of the big reasons for that is the lake itself. If you ask any of the anglers, they'll tell you how much they love fishing on this lake. In this next piece, we take a look at what makes Lake of the Woods so popular.
Lake of the Woods in northwestern Ontario is one of the top spots to fish in North America. It's Canada's 14th largest body of water, measuring over 4,000 square kilometers. Cut out of the hard granite Canadian Shield, Lake of the Woods is what's left of ancient Lake Agassiz, a glacial field that once covered most of Western Canada. The lake itself is home to Kenora, Ontario at its most northern tip, and crosses the border to International Falls, Minnesota at its south end. For Americans, this huge body of water is the 6th largest lake, falling right after the Great Lakes, and is the most northern point with the exception of Alaska. The larger-than-life Canadian Shield shorelines and weedy bays, plenty of current and mixed bottom are what make it ideal for multi-species fishing. In Lake of the Woods, it's not hard to fish for walleye, bass, pike, perch, muskies, whitefish, and crappies all in the same trip, and sometimes on the same day.
Man, it's fun fishing up here. That's what fishing in northwestern Ontario is all about right there. Awesome.
Like, what is that?
I don't know. I don't even have a measuring device to measure it, but it's a big fish. That's probably the biggest one I've ever caught, so I'm happy. That's why you come to northwestern Ontario.
There's 125,000 islands peppering the lake, so navigating can be challenging. First-timers are encouraged to study their map or be well acquainted with their GPS before heading too far down the lake. It's not unusual to be the only angler within sight, so keeping your bearings is key to having a great day on the water.
More teams are making their way out of Lake of the Woods and into the Whitecap Pavilion. Let's head inside to Al Parento to check in with Day 3 weigh-ins.
All over my face, all over my body. Believe it or not, that wasn't the worst thing that happened with wind currents, because about 10 minutes later, Peter went to the back of the boat to take a pee, and he experienced the same thing I experienced from head to toe. Not with gasoline.
It's good to see you guys on the scale now. Team number 1 from Kenora and Fort Francis. We've got Jamie Bruce and Brian Gustafson. Team number 1, 19.26 pounds today, folks. That's the big bag of the day so far, 19.26. Vaults them up into second place with 47.45 pounds. They're sponsored by BT Fishing, Ima Lures, Great Bear Shell, and Shimano. And they're gonna weigh their big largemouth here. And it is a big largemouth, 5.34 pounds, 5.34. Jamie, you want to hold that up, show the folks? That'll go down into the fish tank. Keep that smallmouth company in there. He's down taking it to the fish tank. Well, Brian, that's a pretty good day.
Yeah, we put her together. The big guy was on fire today. Everyone's saying it, but thanks to all the volunteers and everyone that helps put this on. It's a lot more work than it looks, trust me. My dad helps at the one in Fort, and unbelievable event. Probably something.
Jamie, big fish today.
Yep, couple big fish. That's what we've been going for all weekend, and finally we put it together a little bit, so it was a good day. Just real quick here, I want to say happy birthday to my father-in-law, Buzz Haynes, and I just want to thank all the volunteers, and my fiance Ashley's really helped us out. She come pre-fishing with us and really helped us this week, so thanks everybody for coming out.
Congratulations, guys. That's a great day, great day. Now we have team number 108 from Lakeshore, Minnesota, Richie Boggs. His partner from Muskego, Wisconsin is Dan Ploutz. They're sponsored by Lowrance, Ranger Mercury, Vicious Offshore Tackle, and FinTech. 14.56 today, 14.56. Pretty consistent. 2 days, 3 days, over 14 pounds. Give them a total of 43.67 pounds for the tournament. They're going to weigh their big smallmouth. .87, their big smallmouth. Well, Richie, it's always good to see you, my friend. Always good to see you. How was the KBI for you this year?
It was just consistent. We had pretty much same weight every day. We just could only get one good one every day. So it's fun. It's an awesome place to fish. Caught a muskie every day. Caught a 7-pound walleye yesterday. Over a 15-pound northern yesterday. So it's a hoot fishing out here, and I just didn't get the big bass, that's all.
Awesome. Dan, you've been coming up with Richie to this tournament for a few years, have you?
Yeah, this is my third year, and he's quite the bass fisherman. You know, this is the third bass tournament I've been in.
Yeah, you're kind of a walleye guy, right?
Walleye guy, but man, it's a riot. It's a hoot. Catch a lot of fish.
Well, it's good to see you guys. Hope to see you guys again next year. Well done, gentlemen. I'd like to say a big thanks to some of our other sponsors, Bayview Toyota and Dingwall Ford Sales. You'll see lots of their trucks pulling the boats through the big tent here in a little bit. Also a big thanks to the City of Kenora, Grops Country Catering, Gardwine, Johnson Waste Management, Lake of the Woods Electric, Johnson Outdoors, Molson's, Shimano, Venture Communications, the Wholesale Club, Lake of the Woods Fishing Headquarters. The list goes on and on, but you know what, folks? All of these sponsors do amazing things to make this a huge success. These sponsors, all they ever ask in return is that you give them an opportunity to earn your business. So the next time you're in one of these businesses and you're not normally shopping there, tell them you're there to give them a chance to earn your business because they support events like this. It's important that we have that. Coming up to the scale now, we have team number 122. From Kenora, Brett Myers, and from Emo, Nathan Brigham. They're sponsored by B&B Electric. They're currently sitting over 30 pounds with 30.07. Need an 18-pound bag pretty much to take the lead, but they didn't quite get there. They got a great bag today, 16.86. Very well done, guys. How was your tournament, guys?
Today went a lot better. We hit a rock yesterday, so we only fished for about 2 hours. But
15 pounds isn't bad for 2 hours.
No, it's not too bad. It's unfortunate that it happened. And we want to thank the guys that towed us in there, and Jeff Gustafson for giving Nathan a ride to weigh the fish in.
Excellent. It's always good to see that courtesy out on the lake too, guys. Sign your slip there. You're sitting with 46.93 pounds, moves you into the top 5 right now. Hopefully that'll hold for the top 30 finish, and good luck. We hope to see you later tonight. All right, we have team number 138 from Shoal Lake, Brent Green and Brent Briere. And they're sitting with 27.91 pounds. Today they're going to add 13.80 pounds. 13.80. Well, Brent, how was your KBI experience this year?
It was pretty good.
Running away. Also like to thank...
Well, I'm joined by Richie Boggs. Just weighed in on day 3. How did it go out there for you guys?
Well, it was just kind of a consistent day. We've been covering a lot of water. We're running anywhere from 40 to 50 miles and then fishing our way back. First 2 days we did real well down where we were. We didn't get any real giant fish, but consistent 3-pounders. And today it didn't pan out. The algae bloom was real bad, so we decided to work our way back, went out into Pipestone Bay, and it just kind of scrambled around and got it right, in the last 15 minutes, got about a 4-pounder, so that kind of got us back up. And our weights are, like, we had 14.4, 14.5, 14.8. So, I mean, we're just consistent. This is only our 3rd time up here, so, it's a huge body of water, but it's a great place to come. And every day I caught a muskie.
Wow.
Yeah, every day I caught a muskie. I got a 15-pound plus northern. I got a 7-pound walleye yesterday. It's just awesome. I mean, there's so many fish in this body of water. It's really a cool place to hang out.
We kind of got footage of you on stage just saying that you loved fishing in this tournament. You and your teammate are from Minnesota and Wisconsin, so you guys make quite the trip up here. Why do you guys continue to come back year after year?
Well, mainly just because we love fishing tournaments together. We actually both fish a professional walleye trail, and we've been roommates for a long time, and this was an opportunity to just come hang out with each other and chase the different species around and do some barbecuing and enjoy the beautiful town, and just a fun place to fish.
So you guys will be back next year?
Oh, yeah, for sure. This has been our 3rd year now, and we're just starting to kind of get it figured out. I mean, there were some monster bags caught. We don't have that figured out yet, but I think we're getting a little closer every year, a little bit better weight.
Great. Well, thank you so much, Richie. I hope you enjoyed your stay here in Kenora, and we hope to see you back next year. We're gonna head back to the stage, Al Parento, check in with more day 3 weigh-ins. Thank you so much.
8 days straight, and we just had a blast. We'll be back next year.
Good to see you guys here. All right, who have we got up here now? Oh, I recognize this guy. It's Bruce Griffiths. 15.68 pounds, team 34, Bruce Griffiths and Rick Moore from Kenora and Keewatin, team 34. They were sitting with 27.86 pounds. Now they're sitting with 43.54. Well, fellas, how was KBI 2015 for you guys?
Very nice, very nice. We had fun out there and run around the lake and saw some fish. Saw lots of anglers.
You guys are new to this game, right? This is your first time here, right?
Do we look that young, really?
Well, Bruce paid me to say that, so yeah.
Every one of them.
Yeah, they've been here for 28 years, I believe. Right. Absolutely. Good to see you guys. I'm assuming we'll see you next year. Oh, yeah. All right. Coming up next is Team 41. From Kenora, John Frost. His partner from Dryden, Ontario is Ryan Iwanchuk. This is Team 41, currently sitting with 28.56 pounds. Decent day today, 13.43 pounds, 13.43. Well, Ryan, good to see you again. It's been a long time. I'm not in Dryden anymore. I moved way out west. It's a long story, but we don't have time for that. You're still in Dryden, though?
In Kenora now.
Oh, you're in Kenora now? You're still playing hockey?
No, retired.
Retired. Yeah, I did that too. I was too fat, old, and slow for that game, but
I'm getting there.
Good to see you. Now we have Team 53 coming to the stage from Devlin, Ontario, Bill Gooden. Bill Gooden. And Leroy Wilson from International Falls. It only took me once to say it, and then, oh, no, that's not right anymore. This is your 18th year here.
Yeah, I've heard it called a lot worse, too, so.
Oh, I know you've been called a lot worse. I don't know if you've heard them all, but I know you've been called a lot worse. They're sponsored by St. Croix Rods. $14.75 today. It's going to add that to your $28.32 overall for the tournament. You had a great day yesterday. Day one, I'm sure, was a little disappointing for you, but overall, your experience this year?
It was great. It's always fun up here, and the organizers, volunteers, you can't say enough about them, and we'll be back next year.
Look forward to seeing you. It's good to see you guys. 43.07 for the tournament for you guys. 43.07 puts you in 22nd at the moment. I'd like to say thanks to our entry sponsors, Blue Wave Energy, Dr. Agnew and Chapman, and Perch Bay Resort as well. Also, a big thanks to Pepsi Bottling, Lake of the Woods Sunrise Soaps, Royal LePage Laundries, and Northern Harbor, the Lakeside Inn, Century 21. All great supporters of the KBI. We have up Team 66, Howie and Jim Adams. They're sitting with 25.61. We're going to add some weight to that for them right now. Very good third day. Best of the tournament for them at 15.43. Well, Howie, how was it fishing with family?
It was good. We're not going to sell everything today.
Well, that's good.
We're going to keep it.
You didn't throw anybody out of the boat or anything like that?
Oh, I near fell out of the boat, and he grabbed the ass of my pants, or I would have.
Well, it's good to have family around because a friend might have just let you go. Good to see you, fellas. We'll see you next year. Now we have Team 30 from Sioux Narrows, Brian McNanny and Matthew Rydberg. They're sitting with 29.11 right now. They're going to add to that with 14.64, 14.64 pounds. Well, Matthew, how was that for you guys?
It was a great morning. You know, you start off, you put fish in the boat. Better than yesterday, just a little worse than day one.
There you go. 3 days total weight, 43.75. Moves you into 19th place at the moment. Hopefully you guys stick around the top 30 and cash a check. Well, I see next.
Shaw TV has been covering fishing tournaments across North and Western Ontario over the past month. And each community we stop in, we like to give a little exposure to local rescues in hopes of finding some adorable animals, some homes. So we have some pictures from It's a Dog Life here in Kenora of some available dogs they have up for adoption. Let's take a look at these dogs. This one right here, his name is Drake, and he is a St. Bernard Lab Cross. He is a gentle giant. He's only 10 months old. He absolutely loves other dogs, cats, and kids. And if he doesn't get taken home, I think I might have to take him home. And this little guy here, or girl, I should say, is Bella. And Bella is 2 years old. She's great with kids and is incredibly gentle, and she is crate trained. And this little girl here is Sophie. She's 2 years old. She's a female. She and her foster family says she's super smart, and she hasn't met a dog or kid that she hasn't liked. And again, those are all dogs available with It's a Dog Life in Kenora. Oh, there's Drake again. Just more reasons, more photos. I need to take this dog home. Again, all these dogs are available with It's a Dog's Life here in Kenora. You can find them on Facebook. We are going to head out to a break, but we will be back with more KBI on day 3.
Helping to keep the anglers fueled up for the Kenora Bass International is Devil's Gap Marina. Accessible by boat or by land, Devil's Gap Marina on Lake of the Woods is a proud sponsor of community programming.
Up to 1/4 of the world's coastal temperate rainforests are in British Columbia, and they are among the most productive ecosystems on Earth. Everything in the forest has a role, from 400-year-old trees that shelter nesting birds to fallen logs that support new life. We must all work together to conserve the rainforest. To find out more about Canada's rainforests and how you can help protect them, visit hww.ca.
Whatever you have planned this season, Best Way Rentals and Sales is sure to have what you need. Whether it's a wedding or work on the lake, Best Way Rentals and Sales is a proud sponsor of community programming and is located at the end of 6th Street North in Kenora.
Welcome back to Kenora Bass International here on Shaw TV. Third and final day of weigh-ins. Let's head inside to Al Parento to check in with the latest.
No, it's still not coming. So anyway, it's going to be 38.40, 40.04. There you go. Well done, gentlemen. Oh, Team 54 is up now. From Kenora, Jonathan and Sean Naniska. They're sponsored by Joe Naniska and Sons Roofing Solutions, CNC Service, and Top Value. And I'm just going to find out right now. Jonathan, who's having a birthday today?
My mother.
Your mom's having a birthday today?
Yes.
26?
28.
28. Okay. Well, I was close. So, how did the KBI go for you on your birthday?
It was okay. Any day on the lake's okay, right?
Always better than being at work, right? Yep. So you guys end up with 39.53 after 3 days. Very respectable showing. Well done. Congratulations and happy birthday. We have Team 142 making their way up here. Calvin Joseph from Kenora and Daryl Joseph from Powhatan. They're sitting with 28.46 pounds currently. They're going to add 14.04 on day number 3. 14.04. Well, Calvin, how was KBI for you this year?
It's been good for us. We had a rough 3 days, but we made the best of it, and we always enjoy coming to KBI, so we'll definitely come back next year.
Good to hear. We'll see you next year. I'd like to again say thanks to 89.5 The Lake, the Kenora Daily Miner and News, as well as the province of Ontario, our elite sponsors this year. We have Team 15, Big Joe Pritchett from Kenora, and Hiram Archibald as well. They're sitting with 29.05 after 2 days. Day 3 for them, 13.80 pounds, 13.80. Well, Big Joe, always good to see you.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing really well. I actually having a great day.
We had a great day too. I mean, we got what we got, and we had a great tournament. We fished hard, and these guys behind us here got a good bag of fish, so you guys should get real loud for them.
We'll get them excited. Let's cheer them up a little bit. Yeah. 42.85 pounds for Big Joe and Hiram in Team 15. And now coming up next, Team 27 from right here in Kenora, folks. Let's hear it for them. Darren and John Naniska, currently sitting with 28.48 pounds. And Big Joe tells us they've got a good basket. Big Joe's not lying. 17.19 pounds for day number 3. 17.19 for Team 27. They're going to weigh their big largemouth separately here. You know that's pretty good when you have to really check that close between the two big largemouth in there as to which one's bigger. And they both look like they're around that 5-pound mark. 4.65 largemouth. And that's their big largemouth for the day. Show that to the folks, Darren. There it is, right here in the front. Well, John, is Darren your boy?
Yep.
How's that fishing with him for the weekend?
Pretty good.
He put you on some good fish, or you put him on some good fish?
No, we both tried.
Good to see you guys. We have Team 102 up right now from Kenora, Blake Lundeen and Mitch Lawrence. Team 102 sitting with 28.62 pounds. They're putting their 5 onto the scale now. A very decent day at 14.38 pounds, 14.38 for day 3. Well, Mitch, how's KBI 2015 for you guys?
It's been a blast so far. We started off the day really slow, headed back to town at 2 o'clock with about 6 pounds in our bag, and we ended up catching all our fish in the last hour.
Excellent. Never hurts to pull those ones out of the bag at the last of the day.
The anglers have made their way up to the stage with some beautiful looking bass. Up next, Kenora's Jeff Gustafson shares some simple tips on how it's done. Check it out.
All right, I like to sort of go through a number of different baits when I'm Texas rigging and flipping. And you know, those first few fish I caught this morning were on a jig, a Northland jungle jig right there. And then I got it bit off just a few minutes ago, so I got to put a new one of those on. Setting up a new piece of plastic. On the Texas rig, I like the Texas rig for, you know, those thicker weed areas in general. You can fish it in the open stuff on the rock weed stuff where I was fishing that jig as well. And that's where I just caught that last fish. But if you're throwing a frog and you get a blow up, you know, in that rice or, you know, thicker stuff, this, you know, package is going to be a lot more compact to drop in those holes and not get caught up on all the other weeds as much. So this is just a Northland Impulse Beaver and pretty good bait. You know, it's nice and it's got that slim profile, so it's pretty easy to drop in all those holes. I want to get that hook. You can kind of measure where the hook, you know, fits in perfect, but you want it to be totally straight, just like that. And then the legs kind of come attached, so I like to pull them apart, and then those, you know, they'll kind of flap around and have a little bit more action. So that's that. On the jungle jig, now, you can actually use these beavers they work as a pretty nice trailer on these jigs as well. And same thing, I'll attach them, disattach them, and maybe bite off like a quarter, half inch off just so it's not sticking out super far. And then just kind of push it up on there. And that's a little bit bigger trailer than I was using before, but it gives that jig a nice profile, and you know, that's nothing for a 3 or 4 or 5 pound largemouth to eat that. That's the kind of fish we're looking for. So I'm gonna tie this on my other rod and we're gonna be back in action. There we go. That's what we're looking for right there. That's a nice largemouth. Yeah. Wow. That's really another reason why I like to fish with these jigs, is they're so efficient. You know, I can go along, I got my trolling motor on like 50 right now, and I'm just going along the bank and just pitching this jig at every little thing I can find, every hole in the weeds, rock, there's a log, and those big largemouths love these things, so that's sweet.
Let's take a look at the top 10 standings for day 3 so far. Anglers still making their way out of the water, so this will likely change. But in first place is Team 24 with 48.04 pounds at the end of day 3. In second place is Team 1, Jamie Bruce and Brian Gustafson. They had a big catch today. Great day out on the lake for them. In third place, Team number 4. In fourth place, Team 99, followed by the Team 6, Team 42, Team 121, Team 107, Team 48, and Team number 3, Jay Samsel and Troy Norman sitting in 10th place with 45.24 pounds. Biggest fish of the day caught so far by Jamie Bruce and Brian Gustafson, last year's champions, with 5.34 pounds. Lots of anglers still making their way out of the water and into the Whitecap Pavilion, so let's head inside and check in with more weigh-ins on day 3.
15.21 for day number 3 is going to put him over 30 pounds, or pretty darn, or over 40, I mean, well over 40. 44.44 to be exact. All right, Paul, how was fishing with the boy this weekend?
Well, I'll tell you, it's been a number of years that I've watched my son grow up and being able to fish with him, and it's just been awesome.
Always good to be able to take a family weekend and make it work for both of you. You had a good success this weekend, 44.44, nothing to slouch at. 3 pretty consistent days.
Yep, so we're happy.
That's what matters. We'll see you guys next year, I hope. All right, making their way up, Team 44 from Kenora, Rick Savage and his partner Bruce Behringer from Keewatin. Sponsored by Sunset Strip Husky, Hal's Jigs, Subway, Milt's Rod and Reel. $16.81 pounds. Great basket today. They've got a largemouth in there they'd like to weigh. They want to reweigh, they think it's bigger than that. 16.81, 16.81. It's going to give them 44.54 for the tournament. And they've got a largemouth they want to weigh separately out of here. Nice fish, gentlemen. Couple of real hogs there. $4.16. Well, Bruce, it looked kind of like you guys thought you had more than you did. You weighed them in the boat and it came out a little differently?
Yeah, there's quite a few guys that are disputing this new scale system, that it isn't accurate. We thought we were around 17.5 pounds.
Well, we've had all of the teams on the same scale, which I guess levels it out anyway, but we did check the scales yesterday, today, and the day before. And we balanced them all out. They're weighing what they're supposed to weigh. So I'm not sure what's happening there, but we're going to have another look at it, I'm sure. Good to see you, gentlemen. Gives you a total of 44.54 for the tournament. Next up, we have Thomas and Arvell White. Thomas and Arvell White.
He gets a little bit better at everything. We have a blast out there.
Awesome. And you had a good time?
Oh, yeah.
You'll be back next year for number 5?
I hope so.
Is the 5th time going to be the charm? Boat parade?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good luck. We'll see you next year, guys. Oh, sign your slip there, Matthew. 41.37 pounds for Troy and Matthew. Now we have from East St. Paul, Bill King, his partner Earl Bichon from Kenora. Team number 81 sitting with 26.38 pounds. Hey, great day today, guys. 15.59 pounds. Improving on day 3 is always a good thing to do. Well, Earl, how was KBI 2015 for your team?
Way better today.
I bet. That's a nice relief coming in with a bigger bag than you had all week. And something worked today that didn't work yesterday?
We didn't lose any fish.
That's the key right there. I'd like to say thanks to Keystone Lock and Safe, Standard Insurance Brokers, Century 21, Northern Harbor, the Lakeside Inn, and Royal LePage Landries. Here we've got coming up George McGowan and Jeremy Hicks from Kenora, team number 101, 26.5 pounds currently. We're going to add some weight to that for the fellas. 13.59 for day number 3, 13.59. Well, Jeremy, successful KBI for you guys?
Yeah, it was good. You know, we had a tough morning this morning, and this afternoon we ended up picking up a few smallies, decent smallies. So, yeah, it was good. Good experience. This is my second time doing it, so.
So we'll see you back for a third time next year?
I hope so.
So do we. Good luck, guys. All right. I see Doug Hartle from DeWinton, Alberta, and his partner Bruce Heinen from Winnipeg. Team number 126, the FinTech sponsored team, sitting with 26.84 pounds. $12.76 for day number 3, $12.76. Got to come off this way anyway, so you may as well come and say hi to me, Doug.
Hey, Al, how's it going, man?
Good to see you. How was KBI for you guys?
You know what? It's been awesome. We burnt up some time yesterday going after those largemouth again, and we got burnt on them. But it's that's part of it. It's the fun, man. There's just some beautiful fish. Kenora is fantastic. I got a place here. It's one of the best places in the world. I can tell you that much.
So I guarantee you, we'll see you here next year, then, Doug.
Oh,
all right. Good to see you, bud. We're going to change up the water here. And again, just send a big thanks out to our elite sponsors, 89.5 The Lake, Daily Miner and News, and the province of Ontario. And also, of course, a big thanks once again to Woodlake Marine, Ranger Boats, Alumacraft Boats, and Mercury Marine, our title sponsors for the 28th anniversary of the KBI. I'm really pleased to see this crowd. This is a fantastic crowd. You guys are great. There's a huge crowd here. We're going to make a lot of noise when these boats come through. These anglers are going to know how much they're appreciated, how much excitement we get out of this, watching them pull those fish out of the well. We're going to make some great TV today, folks. We'll have some fun. Who's coming up now but Scott and Kyle Cook, team number 5 from Winnipeg. They're sponsored by 7Man and Shimano. Scott, of course, has been here a time or two, but this is Kyle's first KBI. I think Kyle's having a pretty good experience. They improved from day 1 to day 2, jumped up 2 pounds from day 1 to day 2. Let's see if they can jump up 2 more. Looks like they can. 16.23, moving up by 2 pounds a day. They're going to weigh one smallmouth separately. All right, we're going to put their smallmouth on the scale, see what it weighs. Ooh, that's a good one.
Yep, that's your other one, buddy. So hold them both up for him.
Is it over 4? Pretty close. 3.94 pounds. There you go. There we go. Let's give him a hand, folks. Kyle's first KBI. Won't be long. We'll see him coming in under the white cap pavilion in the boat parade. Well, Kyle, how was your first KBI?
It was good.
Just good, not super fantastic, wonderful, just good?
It was both.
It was both, okay. We'll see you back here next year then?
Yeah.
Wild horses wouldn't keep you away, right? All right, good luck next year. We'll see you. On the stage now, Team 93, Mark Walker from Winnipeg and John Gaudette from Landmark, Team 93. They weighed 26.93 over the first 2 days. Well, guys, how was that?
That was one of our better days from the whole weekend today. We grinded out a pretty good limit near the end of the day, but it was a slow start in the morning.
14.55 today is going to give you 41.48 for the tournament. Over 40 pounds. Anytime you're doing that, you're doing okay. Well done, gentlemen. Team 61 from Winnipeg, Bobby Khaled and John Guzzi. Sponsored by Pro-Am Tackle, Vexlar, Pure Fishing, Minn Kota, Humminbird, Abu Garcia, and Berkeley. They're sitting with 25.47 pounds. They're going to add 13.80 pounds today. Bobby, of course, is Mr. Pro-Am Tackle from Winnipeg. Bobby, always good to see you here. Have a good KBI.
We had a great KBI, Al. We couldn't have asked for anything more. All the participants and all the volunteers and the town of Kenora made it really good for everybody. So, yeah, it was fantastic.
Always good to see you here. It's just too bad you have to drag this guy with you, but, you know, we put up with him anyway.
Well, that's okay. Johnny's pretty entertaining.
Yeah, I'm sure he's at half a minute. Good to see you, John. All right. And now onto the stage, Team 43 from Kenora, James Now and Aaron Genet. They were currently sitting with 26.84. They're going to add 13.05, 13.05 to that. Well, James, you got out of the house for 3 days of fishing in a row, probably a bunch more pre-fishing. How was that for you this week?
That was good. It's a great tournament. All the directors and volunteers who put it on do a great job. Like to have caught a little bigger bags, but next year.
There's always next year. Well, good luck, and we'll see you next year. All right, we've got Team 10 coming up now. This is Jim and Ben Gustafson from right here in Kenora. They had a disappointing first day with 11.4 pounds, but picked it up on day 2 with a 15.32 pound bag. And they're looking for better again on day 3. They're sitting with 26.72. And they got a good bag again today, 15.77 pounds.
We have a kids fishing rod to give away. During yesterday's broadcast, we asked you to hop onto our Shaw TV Kenora Facebook page and post a photo of you out on the lake in order to be entered into a draw to win that prize. And we have a winner. It is Michelle Pearson. There she is, giving a little kiss to a fish. So congratulations to Michelle, and thank you for all who entered the contest. We're going to take a quick break, but we'll be back for more from KBI right after this. Stick with us right here on Shaw TV.
Whatever you have planned this season, Best Way Rentals and Sales is sure to have what you need. Whether it's a wedding or work on the lake, Best Way Rentals and Sales is a proud sponsor of community programming and is located at the end of 6th Street North in Kenora.
Helping to keep the anglers fueled up for the Kenora Bass International is Devil's Gap Marina. Accessible by boat or by land, Devil's Gap Marina on Lake of the Woods is a proud sponsor of community programming.
Welcome back to Kenora Bass International right here on Shaw TV. Let's take a look at the top 10 for day 3 so far. Sitting in first place is Team 24, Darren Marcine and Wade Cox with 48.04 pounds. Jamie Bruce and Brian Gustafson are sitting in second place with 47.45 pounds. They had a great day out on the water today. I think they have the big catch so far. Sitting in third place, Team 4, followed by Team 99, followed by Team 122, Team 6, Team 42, Team 121, Team 107, and Team 27, Darren Aniska and John Aniska from right here in Kenora with 45.67 pounds. Let's head back under the Whitecap Pavilion for more weigh-ins on day 3.
Gentlemen. Yeah, I'd say that's a really good smallmouth. 4.62. 4.62 pounds. That's got to go into the fish tank, I would think. Well, Dennis, that's a pretty decent smallmouth. You catch those every day?
That's the last time today, so hope it's another day.
Oh, sorry, this is it. This is day 3, no more. Okay. Well done, gentlemen. That's a nice basket today, 15.33. Gives you 42.02 for the tournament. We're changing up some water here. Again, say thanks to our major sponsors, Cabela's, F-Set Information Technology, doing all our computer work. Put together the program. They're doing fantastic work. Lots of troubleshooting to start, and I think they've got it working like a finely tuned machine now. Also, a big thanks to Lake of the Woods, Kenora, Myers, Norris, and Penny, Safeway, and Sunset Strip Husky. If you look up to the big screens here, we've got our leaderboard still holding down the lead. Darren Marcine and Wade Cox, 48.04. Nobody's bumped them out yet. Jamie Bruce and Brian Gustafson, last year's winners, in second right now with 47.45. In third with 47.40, Pat Gibbons and Pat Handorgan. And Team 99 in fourth place was 47.11. That's Ty and Luke Hebert. And in fifth place, Brett Myers and Nathan Brigham with 46.93. We have Team 22 up to the stage now from Keewatin. Adam Baczynski and Andrew Bernhardt. They're sitting with 26.58 pounds. They got a great basket today, folks. Look at that, 17.33 pounds. Let's hear for them. 17.33, that's a great basket anytime. Well, guys, what did you change to put that basket together today? That's a pretty good improvement over the last couple days.
We went out last night and got a little loose and slowed it down a bit and caught him.
Took some of the pressure off, you mean? Yeah, loosened up a bit. Okay. Good tournament, guys. 43.91 pounds puts you into 21st place at the moment. And now we have on stage Owen Dirksen and Brandon Scott from Keewatin. They're sponsored by Winnipeg Sport and Leisure, Lund, the Natural Bakery, and Lake of the Woods Sports Headquarters. 13.71 pounds today. 1371. They were sitting with 2567. They were in 109th place just prior to weighing that in.
Well, the final couple teams are making their way out of the Kenora Harborfront into the Whitecap Pavilion. We are going to wrap up this broadcast because we have to get ready for the boat parade.
Yes, that's my favorite part of the fishing tournaments. I can't wait to watch those 10 boats go through the Whitecap Pavilion and see who gets to win the big money at this year's KBI.
Yeah, we will have an updated top 10 at the top of that show, so stick with us right here on Shaw TV for the boat parade from the 2015 Kenora Bass International.